A magnitude 4.1 earthquake strikes Israel north of Jerusalem after the strong Turkey earthquakes. As we said before, the Turkey earthquakes took part of the Transjordanian fault, the north part of it. And as we see by the maps, we're going to look at the central part of the Transjordanian fault is where Jerusalem lies. The River Jordan flows through the Transjordanian fault. Let's take a look at the maps. Here we are at the area of the Eastern Mediterranean, 4.1. It was shallow, it was about 6 mile depth. And this is the map of it right here in the central area of Israel. And these are today's quakes in Turkey, right there. The Transjordanian fault goes this way through the Dead Sea, the Sea of Galilee, through Syria, Lebanon, Syria, and ends up right there at the Euphrates River. This is the Euphrates River right there, and the Tigris River, and they both basically originate right in that area of Turkey. And as we saw before, Turkey has about 17 dams built. They're planning more dams to build on the rivers Euphrates and Tigris. The third biggest dam in the world, the Ataturk Dam, has sustained cracks in it, and they've evacuated the area because they feel that it can be breached, it can collapse. So these are very strong earthquakes. There have been, from what I saw, various videos from Turkey. Some people there have shown us what very low quality bricks they make in Turkey. They basically just pick at them with their fingers and they come crumbling down. So something is wrong with the construction material there as well, it seems. But over 2 days ago, over 2,800 buildings had collapsed, according to the president of Turkey, Erdogan. This is today's quake in Lebanon, 4.2, again 10 kilometers depth. And this one was on the 7th, okay? So this one I didn't notice, but I noticed it a few hours ago. So this is what it looks like, right there. And this is the Dead Sea and the Sea of Galilee. This is the Red Sea right there. And we can see that this is the fault that goes all the way through the Red Sea. And this is the part, as we know, this is the part that is sloughing off eastern Africa, the Great Rift Valley, which at one point will probably, in a long time from now, will slough off just like Madagascar did. But this is the prophesied fault that will split Jerusalem in two. The Mount of Olives from the area of Jerusalem, where the Kidron Valley is. So this is it. This is where it took place. And this is where the Incirlik area, where we have the American Air Force Base with 50 nuclear bombs right there. Nobody's talking about what's happening to those nuclear bombs. And there's also a nuclear facility there. This is the end of the Transjordanian fault. This is where the big earthquakes took place a few days ago, right there. So, and we did say that the the pressure would go down from such big earthquakes, and it did. It did go down. It worked itself down. It also worked itself up, as we can see here. And geologists have come out to say that this earthquake has shaken all the tectonic plates of the world. That's how big it was, from what we had been told. So this is a new development there. As we know, the Israeli geologists have told people that they are expecting a 6 magnitude earthquake there, and that's what they were saying about this one, that they were expecting a 6, but it was a 7.8 and a 7.6, and it's still going on, as you can see. And how big is this one, for example? 4.5. Okay, they seem to be less today. They seem to be less today, going down, but they're still big enough to sustain damage to buildings that have already been through a lot of earthquakes. The big ones and the ones that had sustained 6 and 5 magnitude earthquakes. So every time a building goes through an earthquake, it does have, well, it gets, it's like when you're shaking a blanket, it doesn't stay the same. But there's a lot of old buildings here, as we know in Israel, ancient buildings. And all of you in that area, please be very careful. Okay, as we said before, not many people know, but I've not gone through the Geology of Israel too much, but I have read that the Sea of Galilee is a crater lake. And this is magma under there because of the fact that there's all these hot spring baths that were there since antiquity. As we know, the Romans were very fond of them, and a lot of them are there since ancient times. All that. Okay, Tiberias, Lake Kinneret, Sea of Galilee. All this is a crater lake. And this is the River Jordan, as we can see. All rivers, in Geology 101, the first thing you learn is all rivers are fault lines. So that's the Jordan River emptying into the Dead Sea. And you see these, basically that line is the crack right there going. You can even see the indentation there in the earth. Okay, right there. And this is supposedly where Moses crossed here from the Sinai Peninsula over to this area and then crossed over from Jericho into Jerusalem. Oh, sorry, pulling out. Okay. Topographic, right there. Okay, there's Jerusalem right there. And it's about what? It's about, that's 30 miles. It's about 30 miles north of Jerusalem and Tel Aviv, right there. Israel is a very thin slither, as we can see, between Jordan and Syria. So all of you there, please be very safe, so we can see that it did work itself down, the Transjordanian fault, this pressure. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box